All right, everybody, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? It's been like what, 6 days, 7 days, something like that. I don't know, but I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? So I finally went out to go see this movie. You know what I'm saying? I actually was into the first one. The second one I really loved. I really liked this franchise. I kind of didn't like the fact that they didn't bring back the original director. And when I saw the new trailer, I kind of thought, man, it actually doesn't look good. So I went to watch it to judge it for myself. And what did I think? Yeah, it's not that good, bro. I'm gonna be honest. This movie, listen. I slept on the movie a couple days. You know what I'm saying? I let it simmer because when I left the theater, I was ready to tear this movie apart. I was ready to destroy this movie. It was so bad, bro. It was terrible. For starters, this movie has zero plot. Zero plot. There's no story. There's no reason. Like they talk about the door and why the door is open and blah blah blah, and they need to close the door, but they never tell you how the door was opened or why it's open, and they never tell you what the demon is like pursuing or what he's trying to do. Like there's zero plot. And then for some reason the kid gets possessed again by the demon, at the end of the movie. But then when the demon possesses him, he like doesn't do anything. He doesn't even he like throws the chick, like against the wall, but doesn't kill her for some reason, and he's just standing there like a weirdo. And for some reason, when the dad got possessed in number two, right? Remember the dad got possessed because the demon took him over. He was still looking like a normal person because it was just a new soul in his body. Because that's what they say, right? The demons, they just want to be alive again, right? The ghosts, they just want to be alive again, so they possess the bodies. So when the dad got possessed, he looked like himself. He was just not him. That's why it was such a plot twist in the end when we didn't know that it was him. Remember when his teeth started falling out or whatever? But when the son gets possessed in this movie, he looks like a fucking demon, bro. Like he's got fucking goo coming out of his mouth and all this shit. I don't understand it. And you know what? This movie is literally nothing but a Stranger Things at home. This is a Stranger Things ripoff. The other just kind of became nothing but the other side of the Stranger Things. I forget what it's called in Stranger Things, but the other side or whatever it's called. But that's pretty much what it became. Like in the first movie, in the second movie with Ellie, the other side, it was always, the further, it was always like mysterious. It was like it always had this sense of awe to it. Like when you go there, it would be like, oh my god, this is so cool, whatever. It had some sense of mystery to it. This side, it was just it on this movie. I'm telling you, it just became a Stranger Things ripoff. When the dude's playing the piano or whatever, and she could hear it on the other side, and he could like communicate with her that way. That was not something that was done before, or maybe I just don't remember. I don't know. It's been years, but yeah. With that said, yeah, this movie has zero plot. The acting, the acting is. I'll tell you what, the acting is pretty good actually. The acting is pretty good. I do love to see my boy Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart, imagine Patrick Wilson in this movie. Which I'm gonna be honest, I I don't remember exactly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he directed this movie. But I do think that his character didn't get done right. Like the screenwriting was not that good for him either. Like they kind of did him dirty. It's kind of like they made this just to make it. Like it's kind of like they brought him back just for the money, just to bring him back, or whatever. Because the plot didn't really, he wasn't really in it. And then let's talk about the fact that when they're supposedly closing the door, Patrick Wilson's like, he's like, help me hold the door, help me hold the door. He's like holding the door closed, and then he's like, and then the son just, and he's like, you know what, go, just go, I got it. And the kid just leaves, bro. Like how you just leave your dad just to die, bro? Like he should be like, no, I'm not leaving you, I'm gonna help you or whatever. But then he's like, no, just go, and he doesn't say nothing. He just leaves. And then another thing, can we talk about the fact that you know the son? He's all talking about how like he's afraid of the dark, and ever since he was in a coma, he's scared of the dark or whatever. For someone who's scared of the dark, this dude spends so much time with the lights off. Like I've never in my life heard of somebody that's so scared of the dark and so scared of all this shit and spends so much time in the dark. Like, bro, dude is literally in his room with fucking candles on, talking about I'm scared of the dark and doesn't turn the lights on. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? If I were him, I would never have no lights off ever, bro. Unless I was sleeping, I would still sleep like he does with the nightlight. Like, how you gonna say you're scared of the dark, but you spend so much time in the dark? It should make zero sense. And then, Patrick Wilson's wife, the chick. Forgive me, I'm just saying their names because I don't remember the avatars. I don't remember the characters' names, but the wife, the chick. she's not even in this movie. She's in the movie like for 2 seconds. Probably she has like one or two scenes. It's crazy to think that the best part of this movie, the best part of this movie is the very beginning when it's like footage from the old movie. Like that's literally the only good part of this movie, like the beginning. And it's because the beginning is literally just replayed footage from the original movie when he's like erasing his mind or whatever. And then homeboy the son, whatever his name is, the son dude, when he could like travel back, between the further and the regular world or whatever. Dude literally became a superhero, bro. They literally made this into Stranger Things. They literally made this into to fucking Superman or fucking. He's literally a superhero now. Dude could just travel back and forth whenever he wants, at will. You know what I'm saying? Makes no sense whatsoever. And for some reason, when the son is out of his body, all the ghosts they're like in the real world trying to take his body or whatever to become living or whatever. But when the dad is alive, and when the dad is in the other world and he's not in his body, there's no ghost coming for him. They just go for the son for whatever reason. Maybe the son is a superhero and he's like super powerful, so they want to get him as the vessel or whatever. Shit made zero sense. I wish I had a. I honestly don't have anything good to say about the movie. Like, I mean, I guess I'll say the acting was good for what they were given. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, the story, like I said, I'm not even gonna say the story was bad because there was no story. There was zero story. There's no story. That shit was terrible, bro. The best part was in the end when he drew the painting of him like holding the sun or whatever, you know, on the wall. He's like, "Oh, I finally got on the wall." That was really cool. I was like, "Where do I buy that? I kind of want to buy that painting now." That is dope as shit. But like I said, all the only good parts of this movie is anything that calls back to the first movie or the originals. That's the only good parts. Like the ending when Ellie shows up. Spoiler alert. You're like, "Oh shit, it's Ellie" or whatever. And the person that I was with, they were like, "Oh, they're like, yo, that means that he's dead or whatever." My brother, he's like, "Oh, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead," and I'm like, "No, he's not. He's not fucking dead." So I guess people that see this shit makes no sense, bro. I'm telling you, people that are in the further can come to the real world, right, and interact with living people. So I just don't understand. Like they talk about how like the people who are dead want to be living again or whatever, and the people that can travel could travel, whenever they want. Like the son, he could go to the further whenever he wants. But so I guess when they're dead, they can come to the real world whenever they want, and if they can interact with real living people. If that's the case, why don't they just come and stay over here all the time? Like, why would they want to be in the further? I don't understand. I don't know. This shit makes zero sense to me. Like I said, I don't want to say it's a terrible movie. I guess I still had some fun watching it. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, I was like falling asleep. I'm not gonna lie. This movie was, I don't want to say god awful because I've seen some god awful movies, but it's not. I would say if you're not interested in the franchise, this is not one that you gotta run out to go see. Trust me. Even if I feel like even if you're a fan of this franchise, even if you loved one, two, three, how many ever there are, even if you loved all the other ones, I still don't think this is one you gotta run out and see. And if I remember correctly, I don't know if it was the Conjuring series or Insidious 4 or one of them where like they changed the entire cast. I forgot, which was also terrible. But like I said, this I don't care. Whoever you are, if you're anybody, this is not a movie you gotta run out to see. Wait for it to get on Netflix, wait for it to get on fucking Hulu, wherever the fuck it's gonna end up at, and then watch it if you want to. But even then I will still say you're probably gonna waste a couple hours of your life because this movie has no redeeming qualities of it. And I always say there's no cliffhanger, so this is probably the last one. Thank God. If they do make another one, hopefully they rewrite it and make it way better because this was not it, bro. I would rather have seen another Conjuring movie with Patrick Wilson, bro. But with that said, that's gonna be it for me. I don't want to ramble on too long. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I keep telling you guys every single video, and I keep saying it. Subscribe. Please subscribe. Make sure to like the video. And I'll post my next video. I did go watch Indiana Jones, so I'll make my video. I'm actually gonna film that video today too, right after this, back to back. I'm not gonna post them back to back, but you guys will see that in a couple days. But yeah, like I said, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and then I'll catch y'all when I post my next video. All right, it's been me, Deuce.